guys, my name is Nikki and today we are doing a virtual Curious Kids and we're going to be making snow slime and talking about frozen bubbles. So to get started, we're going to make our slime. So unfortunately, with the weather we've had, we haven't had actual snow to make slime with. So we're going to be using this amazing super snow powder as the snow in our slime. So to make your slime, you'll need white Elmer's glue, contact solution, multi-purpose solution, also called saline solution. So just some kind of solution that contains boric acid. Then you'll also need water, then baking soda, and this amazing super snow powder, or you can also make it without this. So the first thing we're gonna do is add our amazing super snow powder. And I'm gonna need 2 scoops of this. So this is actually really cool. This is called a super absorbing polymer. So it's also found in the lining of baby diapers. So it absorbs a whole bunch of water compared to the size. So you can see there's not much in the bowl right now. We are going to add a half a cup of water. So I'm gonna measure that out with my measuring cup. Add it in, and you can see our snow is actually starting to grow. So I'm going to add the rest of my water in. You can add it all in at one time. I just like to do it about half and half. Then I'm going to stir it up so you can see our snow is actually probably tripled in size. So that super absorbent polymer just soaks up all the water, takes it all up, does a good job of it too. So this is our snow for today. The next thing we're gonna need to do is add our glue. So I'm gonna add a half a cup of glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my glue. There we go. A half cup of our glue. Whoop. Put our lid back on. We're just gonna add that into our snow. So if you're at home and you're using regular snow that you got from outside, you'll actually want to double the amount of snow because there is not as much water in the snow that there is in this snow here that we have. So I'm just mixing my glue and my snow together. So if you're doing this with real snow, saying hopefully it snows this year and you get to try that, you'll just mix those together and you'll add twice the amount. So we added about a cup of snow, so you would add 2 cups of regular snow, just because there's less water in regular snow than what we have in our amazing super absorbent snow. The next thing we're gonna do is add in our baking soda. So we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and I have a half teaspoon scoop here, so I'm gonna add 2 of these. So that's 1 half. And there's 2 halves, which makes 1 whole. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mix that in. And that is just gonna help our slime kind of keep a consistent texture all the way through. So we're just mixing it. We wanna mix it really, really good. So your overall mixing time before you add any of your contact solution should be about 2 minutes, which will seem like forever if you're having little helpers. All right. So I went from a grit texture to when we added in more water, we got more of an oatmeal texture. Now we have thick soup. So we have a soupy texture, which means it is ready to add in our contact solution. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out 1 whole cup. 1/2 cup. And while I do that, I'm gonna talk to you about frozen bubbles. So we haven't had snow here, and we also haven't had weather that's cold enough to freeze bubbles yet. So when the weather gets to below freezing, so below 32 degrees and actually below 10 degrees, so it's very, very cold, you can actually freeze bubbles outside, which is a lot of fun. So I have a video I'm going to show you right now. That was so cool, right? So you can do that at home if the temperature gets to below 10 degrees. And then when it's below 10 degrees, they will freeze in the air in front of you or on the ground if you're blowing bubbles onto the ground. So that's a fun experiment if it gets really cold this year. And I can show you, we used our bubble machine last year to have some frozen bubbles. And this is what that looked like.
Poke a big one in the air and it explodes into like a bunch of little ones. Like little shreds.
Yeah, I can catch them. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a 1/2 cup of my contact solution, and I'm just gonna slowly start pouring it in to my glue and snow and baking soda mixture. And you'll start to notice this gets really clumpy and stretchy really fast. So I don't want to pour it all in just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up, see how the texture is, see how it feels. Because each slime solution, you can make it a different texture, whatever you like to play with. If you like a slimy, sticky slime, you can add less contact solution. Or if you prefer a slime that's a little more bouncy and it doesn't stick to your skin as much, you can add more contact solution. So I'm gonna go ahead and add more. Add the rest of my cup. And you can see it's pulling away from the sides of the bowl. And it's stretching out really good. So that's a good sign for our slime. We want it to be very stretchy. And it's all kind of moving together as one, which is great. And I know it's a little hard to see on our camera, but you can actually see those little individual pieces of our snow that we added in earlier. So if you have real snow that you're making slime with, you might not have that texture. But with our instant amazing snow powder, we do get that fun texture in there. There we go. I think our slime is ready to be tested. So I'm gonna clean off my jumbo craft stick. That's what they're called. Clean off my jumbo craft stick and then go right in with my hands. So I have a nice sticky slime. It stretches really well. And you can play with it for a little while. Maybe you could build something out of it. Maybe you could try and make a snowman out of your slime. Or if you had some Arctic animals or winter animals, you could play with them in your slime and have a little animal scene. But that is how we make snow slime. And I hope you get to try it out this year, and maybe you'll get to try out frozen bubbles too. Bye.